Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a hot minute since we've, gone ahead and played an anime fighter simulator kind of game. Like, what I mean by that is, you know how those certain simulators, like you'll have units and then the units will attack for you rather than you attacking yourself? Well, yeah, this is pretty much that kind of game. And of course, I think you guys know exactly what that means. A new game, a new challenge, another thing that we need to go ahead and max out. Smash that like button and subscribe if you do want to see more videos on this game, and yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into this. Alright, so first things first, how exactly does the game work? Well, apart from what I've already, explained to you guys, it seems like this game is very, very unique, and I'm kind of basing that off, the multiple buttons that we have over here. Punch, weapon, arise, whatever that means, dash and mount. And then as well, not only that, we also have some kind of shadows, which I'm pretty sure these are going to be your units. In this case, I managed to get this SS1 for free from literally just AFKing before the game released. So yeah, I guess you guys could say that's pretty cool. I guess we'll just go ahead and equip him. And then apart from that, I am pretty sure we can't do anything at the moment. So we might as well get started on the grinding. So let's see, if I go ahead and press arise, they should be spawning in. Yes, just like that. And then I'm pretty sure all I need to do is to head on over here and start taking out these enemies. Now, because it's literally SS tier, I'm going to be one-shotting them. And oh, that's pretty interesting. Apparently how this game works, like, that's different from like the other anime fighter type games, is that when you take out an enemy, you can actually either arise him, like get him as a unit, or destroy him for gems. In this case, I'm gonna take some gems. Why not? Not gonna lie, I kind of like that feature out a ton. And then it seems like this map is very, very massive, like no joke. It kind of just goes on and on. And do I even have max graphics quality on? Wait, hold on a minute. If I put this max, oh wow, it keeps on going. Damn, okay. And then I'm going to assume that those logos over there are kind of like, I don't know, new maps or something. We're just gonna have to go ahead and find out. So let's see, in order to figure out everything, we need to get stronger. So starting off, can I go ahead and take out this, wait, hold on a minute, Longin, and wait, don't I literally, yeah, I have him. Oh wow, okay, so I can get another one of these SS tiers, but it's probably going to be a pretty rare chance. Now, I'm not sure what exactly you need in order to go ahead and, arise him. Maybe it says over here, well, it says 3 chances, so I'm going to assume that is free. E, and alright, I don't think I got him. Yeah, it's probably going to be like that for quite a long time, so I'm not going to bother wasting my time. And instead, rather, I'm going to see if I can maybe figure out some stuff around the map. Let's start off over here. What on earth is this? Oh, okay, I see. So dungeons are going to be spawning around the map, and then when you take them out, you can go ahead and get yourself weapons, money, tickets, and as well a shadow. I see, so that's pretty interesting, but is there something that I can kind of handle right now? Because I don't think it's smart to jump into an S-rank dungeon immediately. But hold on, I'm pretty sure I have an item which is going to help me out. Yes, I have a Kamish, a flying mount, which I'm pretty sure this should help me find out where, everything is hiding. So let's see, if I just go into the air, oh wow, now that's insane. I actually love this a lot. Too bad we can't look at the front of it. I would really like to see, what on earth it looks like. Let me know down in the comments if, the face looks really cool. Maybe I'll just have to hop on an ult or something and take a screenshot, because I have a feeling this is probably going to make, a really good thumbnail material. But anyways, before I get, distracted by, how cool my dragon looks, is there anything that we can do on this island? No, it seems like by the looks of it, I can't seem to find anything, or at least nothing on the rest of the island, because there is actually something at the beginning, which I believe is some kind of shop. Yeah, it's a weapon shop, and I guess this is where, we can go ahead and, buy weapons. In this case, I have 4k cash right now, meaning that I can get these twin bone crushers. Now, they are going to be costing 2k, which is around, half of my money, but the damage difference, maybe it might be smart enough to save up for this. Like, what do you guys think? If I spend money right now, I'll get damage 62, but if I save up for just a little bit, you know, 500 more, I'll get 125. Yeah, that sounds like the smart thing to do, so I think that's what I'm gonna plan on doing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there are only 2 more islands to check out, which is going to be the One Piece Island and as well, I guess, the Naruto Island. So let's head on over and let's see what on earth is going to be on the Naruto Island. Probably something to do with like a ninja exam or a ninja rank up. I don't know. This game could have, you know, so many surprises. We might as well, you know, jump right into it. Well, this is actually a little bit of a surprise. Turns out there isn't actually anything on this island, and I'm going to assume that there's nothing on the other island except for a weapon shop once again. But however, this time it's going to be like, you know, much more expensive. In fact, as you can see, the twin relic maces, which might even be one of the best ones in the game, well, yeah, it's going to be costing 5,000. That's insane. Not gonna lie, the game is kind of pointing a lot towards, you know, you need to do dungeons and stuff so then you can get more and more money. So we might as well do that by, let's see, can we jump into this dungeon? Rank E. Yeah, this is definitely perfect. So let's go ahead, let's create. Do I want to take anything with me? No, I don't think so. So let's go ahead and let's jump into this. And alright, spawning on in, let's have a look around and let's see what exactly is going to be on this map. Okay, if the cutscene can please finish, I want to showcase the map. Awesome, there we go. Now I can go ahead and showcase it. So if we just quickly put on the mount, nope, we can't do that in dungeons, but at least we have this longin still with us, so we should be able to like speed run through all of this. Oh wow, okay. Wait, this is rank E and it has 50 million HP. No, there's no way, right? You're telling me that it's that broken? Wow. Here I thought this unit over here was going to be like carrying me out a bunch, but no, turns out I can't even do anything here. Wait a second, I have a feeling that the reason it was so difficult was because I did it on the Ninja Island. So I'm going to assume that rank E is going to be varying. So for example, rank E on, let's say, the first island is going to be really, really easy. But rank E on, let's say, the One Piece Island is going to be really, really tough. Or at least I hope it works like that, because if I'm still struggling on all of rank E's, then we have a problem when it comes to like going for like the S rank dungeons. In fact, you know what? I think it means we need to get stronger. So let's, I guess, get started on AFKing on maybe Longin has 140k HP and this guy has 80k. Okay, let's quickly AFK on Longin for, I don't know, maybe a few minutes or could be a few hours. It's just gonna depend on whether or not I'm able to get a bunch of him really, really easily. So then from there, we can go ahead and actually, you know, properly jump into a dungeon. So yeah, see you guys in a little bit. And okay, well guys, it has been a little bit longer than what I promised. Like, what I mean by that is, let's just say it's been a few hours, and the reason that it's been a few hours is because I was kind of struggling to actually understand how this game worked. But hey, don't worry, I finally figured it out. So remember the previous issue of how when it came to like the pets, I believe, like we were struggling to get like anything above like rank D? Well, yeah, it turns out apparently any enemy on like the island has a maximum rank of D. And actually, the only way in order to get rank C, B, A, S, and all of the other ranks, well, you need to jump in their respective difficulty of the dungeon. For example, let's say on this island that I'm on, you know, the first island, the leveling city, you find yourself an S rank dungeon. Well, how it would work is that when you go into that S rank dungeon, every single enemy that you're successfully able to like resummon from the dead, then that rarity of him is going to be S tier. And then of course, if the dungeon's A rank, then it's going to be A. If it's SS rank, then it's going to be SS rank. And yeah, now you guys know exactly how I was able to get an OP team like this. And oh yeah, by the way, I'm not joking. Just have a look. Rank A. This is from the first world, by the way. The first island. Rank A at level 133, which took me barely any time. It does 6.44 million damage. And another thing, by the way, it isn't even my best one. Just have a look at the SS. 48.27 million. And we're only just getting started. In fact, you know what? I'm so confident that I can get my team so much more powerful that I'm gonna head on over to the final island, okay? I'm going to AFK on the last enemy, and I'm gonna show you just how many levels it goes up per defeat. So look at this. If I quickly go on over to one of these light admirals, level 27 and whatnot, just have a look. Right now, it is level 159 at, you know, this number of XP. And now, if we quickly wait to take out this light admiral, let me just showcase the stats once again. Should be like 3, 2, 1. And yeah, it went up a whole level, and it went up by around like 4 million damage. That's crazy. But the big question, ladies and gentlemen, is how strong will I get if I AFK on these light admirals, but instead of taking them out one time, I take them out like, I don't know, 100 times, 1,000 times. Let's go ahead and quickly do that, and then let's maybe try one of these like later dungeons, you know, like maybe on this final island. Maybe if there's like an S rank, we'll try the S rank, or I don't know, maybe the S rank from the Naruto island. I want to showcase it to you guys, so then that's why you know how easy it is to get broken in this game. And well, after AFKing for quite a long time, I might have overdid it a little bit. Like literally, if I open up my team once again, I'm just gonna showcase you this SS tier Longin. He now has 1.28 billion damage. Yes, that's right. It's literally that broken because I ended up actually AFKing overnight on this Sharkman. Yeah, for those of you wondering what's the best way to grind XP, grind out the Sharkman. Literally, he'll be able to get your SS tiers to max level within not even a whole night. And then even these other ones like, you know, Lagalan, which is like A tier from like the first world. Well, yeah, he's level 150, which is max level for him. And he's only doing 25 million damage, which is kind of nothing. But then again, it's nothing to worry about because even if I have a 1.28 billion damage one, enemies like this are child's play. In fact, now as I think about it, I also managed to get a bunch of coins from all of the grinding, meaning that I can actually go ahead and quickly buy a new weapon. So let's go ahead, let's get the best one in the game right now, which is going to be this Iron Kando Blade, or at least I believe it's the best one. Feel free to correct me down below in the comments if I'm maybe missing one. Maybe it's like a dungeon item or something like that. I don't know, just feel free to let me know. But for the time being, let's go ahead and equip that bad boy. And now, is it going to be that useful against these enemies? I mean, it is doing a little bit of damage to the millions, but remember, the last guy that we were AFK grinding on had billions of HP, so I guess that means that this weapon is kind of useless. Then again, I'm not really that surprised. Like, if the weapons were even more broken than the units, then what would be the point in grinding out units, you know? But anyways, enough of all of that. I'm gonna be honest with you all, there isn't actually that much left to do in the game. Like literally, this is the final island, you know, the One Piece island, and as I already showcased before, and I think I'll actually go and do it again, I can already kind of destroy even the strongest enemies on this map. Like, I know it's not a one-shot like type of thing, but we're still doing like insane amounts of damage. Like, look at that. One of the most tankiest enemies in the game taken out in less than 20 seconds. And actually, now that I think about it, I think the only thing that's left to do in the game right now is to get units from an S rank dungeon from the final map or an SS rank dungeon. Not gonna lie, I think that's a pretty good plan. So let's end off this video by actually, you know, participating in a dungeon. And I guess when one spawns, which will hopefully be on the One Piece Island, we can go ahead, we can check it out. I'm probably going to do a time lapse through it, I don't know, and then hopefully by the end of it, maybe we might be able to get like an S rank boss unit or something like that at least. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back with what I believe is an S rank double dungeon, and the best part is it is in one of the final islands. So let's create this, let's jump on in. This is going to be amazing. Apparently, this dungeon is going to be much better than normal S rank, so we might even get like SS rank units or something even better. And honestly, I'm really hyped, so let's find out. I'm not gonna like comment throughout all of it. Let's just start a short time lapse of me just, you know, running through this, and then I will hopefully catch you guys with some OP rewards. Well, turns out I was a little bit optimistic, and yeah, we didn't even manage to complete the first room, and that seems to be the double rank dungeon done. Yes, I know, it's a little bit of a letdown. I mean, considering that it's S rank and it's from like the last island, or at least what used to be the last island, because since the last time that you see me, the game has actually updated. However, at least from that double S rank dungeon, we were able to get, I believe, at least one Sharkman S rank, which, if I equip best, apparently it's one of the best potential ones. Now, what exactly does this mean? Does this mean that I have maxed out the game? No, there's still a lot to do, especially getting, you know, SS ranks. However, trust me, I will be working on that shortly, and probably by the next time that you see me, which might even be tomorrow, I don't know, I will be showing some major progression, okay? I know I'm ending off this video here on a little bit of a tiny L, but don't worry, it's just the beginning of so much more. So yeah, until next time guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button with notifications on. And apart from that though, my name's SMG. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out everybody.